0.
Hello everyone. This is a no damage, no infinite ammo run of Resident Evil 0. This is played on hard difficulty.
A Midwestern town in America, Raccoon City. A solitary island far off in the sea, Rockfort Island. An island that would become the second Raccoon City, Sheena Island. There are still many unanswered questions about these seemingly unrelated yet intensely traumatic events. Though it is believed that the international enterprise umbrella was somehow involved, little is known as to the origin of this faceless corporation. When was it established? By whom? And how was the T-virus created? To uncover the truth, we must delve deeper into the events which transpired in the beginning, before the mansion incident.
Do you think so too?
Yeah.
Do about it.
Hold off for a while.
I wonder how those R&D people would react to this.
Began as a simple investigation of some bizarre murders in the suburbs of Raccoon City. Nothing in our training could ever have prepared us for the nightmare that ensued. We never stood a chance.
What's going on? Engine failure. Emergency landing.
Check the current position and investigate the surrounding area.
Captain, look! Captain!
What happened?
Court order for transportation. Prisoner Billy Coen, ex-lieutenant, 26 years old. Court-martialed and sentenced to death July 22nd. Prisoner is to be transferred to the Regathon base for execution.
Those poor soldiers. They were good men just doing their jobs, and that scum murdered them and escaped.
All right, everyone, let's separate and survey the area. Our friend is brutal and ruthless. Keep your guard up.
A train.
The door to safety is shut. There is no turning back. So as per the usual, just gonna shut up during cutscenes.
This is Officer Chambers from STARS Bravo team. Please identify yourself. Is someone there?
The government has announced that it has that uncommon. But as of 2 years ago, when a several countries collapsed, the local government stepped in and took over.
The first zombie behind you always takes about 2 or 3 shots. There's also an extra cutscene that plays if you kill all 3 zombies. But I would say the only zombie that you really have to kill here is the conductor zombie.
What just happened? I thought they were dead.
I should mention I'm also using a hack to skip doors.
Billy. Lieutenant Coen.
So, you seem to know me. Been fantasizing about me, have you?
You're the prisoner that was being transferred for execution. You were with those soldiers outside.
Oh, I see. You're with stars. Well, no offense, honey, but your kind doesn't seem to want me around, so I'm afraid our little chat time is over.
Wait! You're under arrest.
No thanks, Dollface. I've already worn handcuffs.
I could shoot, you know. Edward! Are you all right? What happened?
It's worse than... We can't. You must be careful, Rebecca. The forest is full of zombies and monsters.
Zombies and monsters.
No! Alright, so first order of business. On hard mode, the dogs take slightly more damage than usual, so we have to run all the way back. And then when Rebecca's auto-aim tracks them off camera, that's when we start firing. That dog got a little bit closer than I would have liked, but I was lucky he actually did not bite me. The zombies that are in the seats, you can shoot them while they're standing, but you can't shoot them while they're down in the seats. So you have to wait for them to come out of the seats before you can actually like shoot them on the ground.
This is Rebecca. Over.
This is Rico. What's your location? Over.
Enrico! Hello! Can you read me? Please respond.
Rebecca, I can hear you. Now listen up. We've obtained detailed information on the fugitive from a document found in the wrecked wagon. Billy Coen killed as many as 23 people. Over.
23 people.
We have also confirmed that he was institutionalized, so keep your guard up. Can you hear me, Rebecca? Over. Stay alert, Rebecca. You wouldn't think twice before killing you.
Enrico! Captain! Hello? Hello!
If you wait before entering the door, another zombie will rise to the left side of the screen. it's completely random how fast that zombie gets up. So in a speedrun, you'd have to wait until you were playing as Billy to kill him.
It's gonna be dangerous from here on in. Why don't we cooperate?
Cooperate with you?
Listen, little girl, if you haven't noticed, there's some pretty freaked out things on this train. And I, for one, want to get out of here. I don't think we stand a chance doing it alone.
You expect me to trust you, a wanted felon? I don't need your help. I can handle this on my own. And don't call me little girl.
All right, Miss Do-It-Yourself. What should I call you?
The name is Rebecca Chambers, but that's Officer Chambers to you.
Well then, Rebecca, why don't you go and try while I wait here?
Excuse me, sir. Sir.
Run towards the stairs.
Are you okay? Who is that guy?
What's going on? Who's controlling the train?
Go and check out the first engine car. Listen, we gotta cooperate with each other from now on. You got that?
Well, I don't...
Clue in, girl. Or maybe you like being worm bait.
All right. But you just remember, I will shoot you if you try anything funny.
Fine. Now take these with you. If you find anything, give me a call, all right?
Right, so we're going to be playing as Billy mostly throughout this section. We'll be giving Billy Rebecca's handgun. Rebecca will keep the submachine gun.
Yeah.
You get the submachine gun for beating the game once. For any section where I use the submachine gun, just use the handgun instead. The reason why I use the submachine gun is because it actually balances out the game. Because, I don't know, this game is actually pretty clunky, so certain enemies kind of actually need it in order to be able to clear the game without taking damage. Mostly hunters, the giant bat, Queen Leech. Even though it is a New Game Plus item, I really wish that they would have just included it as a pickup in the main game. There's really no reason that it shouldn't have been, especially since it doesn't have infinite ammo. It does have infinite ammo if you unlock the infinite ammo for it overall. But anyway, we're going to put the key in the dumbwaiter, then send it down so Billy can pick it up. Rebecca's trapped, so we gotta go free Rebecca now. But there's very, very few instances where I actually use the submachine gun, so for the most part, we're going to be using standard weapons. The reason why we want Rebecca's handgun is specifically to mop up these two zombies. Because Rebecca's handgun is the weaker of the two, it's pretty useless for the rest of the game. I know what you're thinking, though. Carsey, are you seriously about to do what I think you're about to do? And the answer is yes. But it's actually very, very easy. Because literally all you have to do is just position yourself, then aim down and hold A, and you basically win. That's everything we need. We need the hunting gun, the ammo. So after the cutscene is over, hold up and left, and have Billy run one step, and then have him auto-aim towards the scorpion. Just hold R1 down and X. You can seriously just keep holding the button, and you'll be fine. Because for some reason the scorpion just takes hit stun on like every shot, as long as you don't try to move forward. Because the only thing that prompts a counterattack is if he moves forward. You can also fast forward through this death animation by exiting and re-entering the room. The boss has a suicide attack if you get too close. No need to pick up the briefcase yet. We're just gonna wait until the very end. No zombies are spawning either, which is why we killed them earlier. I'm pretty sure the next event flag that actually causes zombies to spawn is using the hook. No, it's actually going into the dog kennel. Whenever the dogs explode out of the kennel, more enemies will respawn on the train. Yeah, that's right. The question is the suicide of the boss is already technically dead? It's actually just to describe the nature of the attack. When I say suicide attack, I specifically mean when the boss is like dead. It's like its final kamikaze type thing. So we're gonna give Rebecca the hunting gun, give Billy the handgun. Actually, I did this exactly wrong. I don't know why I thought at that point I was supposed to give Billy the hunting gun. This game has like
Come on.
Okay.
excuse me. Yeah, routing this game is like really complicated. So it's like you forget which character is supposed to have which gun. But it's best for Rebecca to have the hunting gun because Billy will fire the handgun faster. Billy will fire the handgun faster if you're letting the AI control Billy. So take that. Then we'll have Rebecca pull the lever so that Billy can grab the hook shot. A zombie's about to bust out of the refrigerator here, but we can just keep running forward. Rebecca won't shoot him. Gonna have Rebecca just move towards the wall while the zombie gets up, so that when Billy goes through the door, Rebecca will just get teleported through the door. As long as Rebecca is not taking any damage, and as long as she is set to team mode, then entering a door will just teleport her through with you. Taking advantage of that will save you a lot of time in the right places. It's not appropriate everywhere, but for most spots, it helps out a lot. For saving, 20, 30 seconds at a time here and there. Not an insignificant amount of time.
This way.
2 more zombies spawn there, but we don't need to worry about shooting them. Because, once again, I'm just gonna use the trace button to team them back up. Gonna swap the hook shot into... just swap something. Whatever. Yeah, that's about right. But we have to go back into the conductor's room to get the briefcase and combine those 2 items, the 2 rings with the briefcase, in order to get the key card to progress. No damage, by the way, counts for both characters. So throughout the course of the game, neither character can take a hit. I should also mention that I did this in 9 segments, so I saved 8 times. So yeah, sure, I'm a bit of a wuss, whatever.
This is Delta Team, we have gained control of the train, over.
Understood.
This does not make any sense. How was the T-virus leaked? And why did it contaminate both the lab and the mansion, as well as a train almost 3 miles away?
That's irrelevant. We must make sure no knowledge of this gets out. Destroy the train. Completely. How far away are you from the nearest branch line?
About 10 minutes to...
What happened?
Yeah, those guys just got fucking destroyed.
The train will either derail or crash. I gotta stop this thing.
I'll go over to the back deck and manipulate the control panel for the brake. You stay here and apply the brake when ready.
Okay. Rebecca,
Huh?
don't screw up, okay?
I won't.
So the reason why I'm playing Rebecca here is because there's an additional cutscene. There's some handgun bullets under the cabinet or whatever. I don't even know what that was. But there were some handgun bullets there, and we also need the magnetic card. We're gonna climb up here. I also thought that I would grab the knife in order to try to cheese some areas where there might be invisible walls and you can just like stab enemies over and over again. But I just wound up not doing it because I knew that I'd have an overabundance of handgun ammo anyway. But by going to the second floor first, we avoid 4 zombies.
Edward! No! Stop! Don't come any closer!
Rest in peace, Edward. Gotta make sure that I kill this guy. By the way, alt controls for this game are a lifesaver, because this game is really, really clunky without alt controls. And I mean clunky in relation to other Resident Evil games, not just because like tank controls are what it was designed for. I mean this game is genuinely clunky. I've played many other Resident Evil games that were not clunky, even though they had tank controls. They were mostly like the classic games. Remake was infinitely less clunky than this game. So anyway, the solution to the puzzle there on the back deck is to hit numbers until 10 of them add up to the number on the right. So for 67, you would press 4 once and 7 9 times.
This is Rebecca. I have engaged the control device for the brake. Over.
Roger, I'll put the brake on now.
And for 81, we would press 9 and 8 9 times to make 81.
Rebecca!
I'm here.
Are you alright? Hey, you managed to stop the train.
Yes, we managed.
We have to find a way out. The Umbrella Research Center? The first general manager, Dr. James Marcus.
Who on earth are those people?
She's just a rookie, a member of STARS.
What about the mail?
I'm unfamiliar with him.
Attention! This is Dr. Marcus. Please be silent as we reflect upon our company motto. Obedience breeds discipline. Discipline breeds unity. Unity breeds power. Power is life.
Who are you?
It was I who scattered the T-virus in the mansion. Needless to say, I contaminated the train, too.
What?
Revenge. On Umbrella.
Dr. Marcus?
10 years ago, Dr. Marcus was murdered by Umbrella. You helped them, didn't you?
So, depending on who you choose on the train, that's who you will be starting off with. Actually, no, because the game just forces you to control Rebecca at the start of the training facility section. But anyway, we're gonna give Billy the handgun, give Rebecca the hunting gun. Actually, no, we're gonna give Billy the hunting gun because we're about to drop it. We're gonna drop the hook shot.
I'll go check over there.
Okay.
Send Rebecca to the double doors up here. But we're gonna go downstairs to grab the shotgun and the black statue while there's still very few enemies here. Because if we wait until later, there's going to be a lot more zombies to shoot. For now, there's only 2 zombies in the dining room. Just kind of stay towards that side of the dining room. Interesting that all these candles are lit. The training facility has been closed for many, many years, but I think there was a pretty large group of Umbrella scientists and Umbrella security who had come to the area in order to look into the possibility of reopening the facility, because it is attached to the lab from Resident Evil 2. So we'll take the shotgun and we'll just go ahead and get rid of the hunting gun. Actually get rid of the knife, because there's really no reason to keep the knife. I don't even know why I went back to grab it to begin with, aside from maybe trying to do the thing with the invisible walls earlier, but like I said, handgun bullets.
Let's regroup.
Okay.
But I think the reason the candles are lit is because of Dr. Marcus himself. It's either that or the Umbrella security lit the candles. Because it should have been closed for like 30 years, so where are there like lit candles and fireplaces and torches? Kind of a detail that is pretty overlooked in the remake of Resident Evil 1 and also Resident Evil 0. But Resident Evil 0, you know, seems to be easier to explain with the fact that Umbrella actually sent live bodies to the place shortly before the events of the game. They all got infected by leeches and turned into zombies. There's not a whole lot of cutscenes throughout this section of the game. More gameplay and lore reading than anything else. I generally don't read files during no damage runs though, so if I do a kill all run or something, then I'll probably read all the files. So we're going to send Rebecca up with the shotgun. In order to take on these plague crawlers. The plague crawlers are kind of a massive pain in the ass. Unless you can fight them one-on-one. So the trick with the plague crawlers is give Rebecca the shotgun, have Billy send her up here, just walk forward a little bit, and the first one will drop down. Pow. Wait for it to start moving again. And then it'll take 3 shots. Reload really quick. Next one pops down. Boom. I'm waiting for the recovery animation. But I think on the second shot, I might have shot a little too early because he took very little hit stun. It kind of pushes him back a little bit. The enemies in this game, I think they have varying levels of hit stun. Here's one such place where I feel it is appropriate to use the submachine gun. Is killing these crows. You could do it with a handgun if you want to. But I think based on, you know, firing speed, it's probably going to be a little more copacetic overall to use the submachine gun. But as a general rule, I've limited myself to only 1 clip of submachine gun ammunition throughout the entire game. Because I wanted to show as many new game strats off as I could. So I only used the submachine gun in maybe like 5 places max, and that was one of them. Got 15 bullets left in the handgun here. We Use it to down this guy. So next I'm going to have Billy take the shotgun and give the Molotovs to Rebecca. We're also going to have Billy take the handgun. But after 2 shotgun shells and 2 or 3 Molotovs, these guys should die. We give Rebecca the Molotovs because she throws Molotovs faster than Billy. Molotovs are very, very tough weapons to use. I'd say they're probably like the toughest weapons to use in the game. And they're only good against like, maybe what, like 2 enemies. That's another gripe I have about this game, is the developers just decided to draw text boxes around literally every item pickup. I think I would have rather them work on movement first. But I digress. I don't know how to develop a video game. For the centipede, there's a spot where we can just stand and keep firing forever, and we won't have to worry about getting hit. And then I realized I probably shouldn't have the submachine gun in my inventory. I was actually supposed to drop it at the bottom of the stairs. So we're just going to stand exactly right here the whole time. The centipede always moves in a set path, so he will basically never cross Billy's path. I'm just kind of moving here and there to change the camera angle so that I know if I'm actually hitting the centipede. Because for this to work, I need to waste as few bullets as possible, but you know, you can see like the green blood splatter. It takes about 50 handgun bullets to take out the centipede, but of course I don't have that many. So I'm just going to unload as many bullets as I can and finish it off with the shotgun. Rebecca doesn't actually take damage from this. I tried to use the Molotov cocktail here, but just to give you an idea of how bad Billy is at throwing Molotov cocktails, that's after aiming up. Pretty horrible. If I'd moved a little closer, then maybe.
Rebecca! Are you all right?
Yes, thank you.
Gonna take the fire key from Rebecca. So that we can unlock the one door downstairs. We're gonna move Rebecca up to the double doors here.
Let's split up.
Roger.
2 more zombies will spawn in the kitchen. Don't really need to worry about them. The 2 zombies that were directly in the way were disposed of earlier, so we just run straight through. We'll combine the lighter with the lighter fluid that's just sitting there. I also grabbed the glass bottle. We're about to grab another glass bottle and the fuel in the bathroom here, because this bathroom is unlocked, so we can just go ahead and mix up some more Molotovs. Gonna turn this down. The leech man is just gonna be stuck in that bathroom. We already got all the requisite items out of that bathroom. Nothing else to get. Nothing else to bother with. Take this microfilm. Billy needs to have it in his inventory. Swap the white statue in the microfilm. In general, the standard shotgun actually has a lower chance of decapitating enemies. The hunting gun is actually slightly stronger. I actually should have dropped the grenade launcher in the main hall so that I'd have an extra inventory slot free and I'd have to do like a little less rearranging, but decided to keep it anyway. Gonna go ahead and combine the wings with the statue here just to get it out of the way. Because we teleported with Rebecca, we're gonna have her open the door. The box of handgun bullets here is 30 bullets, so you can't just combine them into the handgun. You have to actually pick them up. In order to get the iron needle, which is actually a clock hand, gotta slowly push this thing over here. And then boom, done. It's ours.
Let's split up.
Roger.
We'll leave Rebecca at the bottom of the stairs. Because the breeding pool is probably the largest room to teleport someone through. The code is 815. Killing the leeches and the crows, as Rebecca earlier, definitely makes it a lot easier to deal with that section. Freeing up a couple of slots to get the other microfilm in this room. Give Billy the shotgun. The faster strat would have Rebecca just sit at the door so that Rebecca can just teleport Billy out. We only need to kill the 2 zombies that are next to the microfilm, excuse me. Then just put Rebecca at the top so that she can teleport us back upstairs later. We want to do this whole area in one pass, and we need 1 inventory slot free so that we can grab more handgun bullets. We can go ahead and leave this other zombie alive and just kind of lure him around the table. He dumb as hell. Don't gotta worry about him. Just gonna stand right here until we figure out what direction he's coming from, then run the opposite direction. Once we have the Mo disc, then another Leechman will spawn next to the door on the way out. Which is exactly why we do this in one pass.
Let's regroup.
Okay.
With Leechmen, we want to absolutely make sure that the room we go to, we either never go back through it or we kill the Leechman as quickly as possible.
I'll go alone.
Okay.
Because Leechmen, there's a very short phase where they're going from pretending to be Dr. Marcus to transforming into their true form. And you can use that to just DPS them to death if you have Molotovs or acid rounds. As it turns out, 4 acid rounds is enough to make it so they go into their bomb phase. Which, if that happens, you can just exit and re-enter a room and they'll disappear. But there's only 2 Leechmen that we actually have to kill throughout the entire course of the game. By the way, a huge shout out to Matt DeRock for finding most of the strategies for this run. if it wasn't for him, if it wasn't for him putting in the legwork, then I probably wouldn't have been able to complete this. Just gotta push the chess piece exactly as shown. Also gotta have enough inventory space to pick up the flame rounds. We need the flame rounds for the bat. The bat boss being a horrifically broken boss, we pretty much absolutely need the submachine gun in order to be able to beat it consistently. The submachine gun at minimum.
Let's go!
But now that we have both the statues and we can unlock the training facility basement, we're going to give Billy the grenade launcher. We'll have Rebecca keep the Molotov cocktails. Then we'll go ahead and make our second save here. Decided to do a quick just decided to double check my inventory really quick because Billy actually needs the handgun bullets to be in his inventory. The reason I make a save here is because the spiders in the basement, I had not practiced them yet, and the spiders are a little bit tricky. I didn't feel like losing the run to some stupid crap, so I just saved here. I'd say there's about roughly as much RNG in trying to do Resident Evil 0 no damage as there is in Code Veronica. Actually, significantly less. We're gonna remove Rebecca back up the stairs here to get her out of the way of the other spiders.
I'll check it out.
Roger.
Just aim down, wait for the spider to drop, and just unload 2 grenades. Decided to go behind the spider. While he was dropping down, also shout outs to invisible walls.
Come on.
Roger.
That invisible wall just totally tanked that grenade. Just gonna keep Billy at the door and send Rebecca up through here. This third segment is mostly cutscenes, which is why I wanted to do all the cutscenes on its own segment, so I wouldn't have to keep watching them over and over again.
I'm almost there.
I'm glad I could be of service. Time to go inside.
The code here is up, up, down, up, up. I'm not even sure how you're even supposed to read those numbers in the original GameCube version, especially over like composite video. But if you look really, really closely, you can see like the numbers and the values at which flipping the switches will increment or decrement the overall gauge to get it to 70.
You are wasting your time. I have already claimed this place for myself, which means you are trespassing. And I am very territorial.
It just doesn't make sense. Do you honestly believe this to be the real identity of that crazy young man? Impossible. But if somehow it is true, then Umbrella will be finished.
If the old conspiracy against Dr. Marcus is revealed, Mr. Spencer's career will be over. Not to mention ours, too. So, the time has come at last.
What are you going to do?
I will simply say goodbye to Umbrella. The biological weapon utilizing the T-virus has almost been completed. Our only remaining task is to acquire combat data.
You can't be serious. I refuse to abandon my work. I have finished the research on the T-virus, but I need a little more time to complete the more powerful G-virus.
Do as you wish. I will follow my initial plan and lure the STARS members into the mansion. Their superior combat training should make them perfect test subjects.
Fine. In the meantime, something must be done about that madman. As I recall, URC is equipped with a self-destruct device in the basement. I'll find it, set it off, and annihilate the place to nothing more than a mass of rubble.
I can't. Hold on.
So from this point on, we also have to deal with the monkeys, or eliminators, as they're called. There's 3 boxes of handgun bullets here, so about 45 extra handgun bullets or so. Didn't actually count, but it is not an insignificant amount of handgun bullets to ignore. I'll take the shotgun shells after we decapitate that guy. We don't need to mix any more gas or anything, so any more Molotov cocktails, we don't need them anymore. In the cutscene, when he said biological weapon utilizing the T-virus, he was specifically referring to the Tyrant at the end of Resident Evil 1. There's another zombie here. We'll just decapitate him. There's another zombie on the other side of the dining room, but we'll just ignore him. Got a little bit lucky here. I tried to get rid of his leg so that he wouldn't respawn if I re-entered the room, but it seems like the shotgun has a higher chance of dismembering a zombie than decapitating a zombie. So here, we're going to just stand right here and only fire when an eliminator comes on the screen. There's a third eliminator. Thought I might have moved a little prematurely there, but the third eliminator doesn't start like chasing you until it's like in proximity. They take hit stun from the shotgun pretty easily, so as long as you can separate eliminators into 1v1, you can just kill them one shot at a time. Just gotta kind of be slow about it. You're probably wondering if Rebecca is infected too or not. Good question. This game is really weird.
Rebecca! Hang on. I'll pull you up.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. Just keeping my word. We promised to cooperate with each other. Remember?
This is Rebecca, over.
Rebecca, this is Enrico. Have you managed to locate Coen yet? Over. Rebecca, answer me.
No, sir. I have not found him yet. I'll continue to search for him, over.
Rebecca.
My first mission, and I've already disobeyed orders. So much for my great law enforcement career. Oh well, I probably won't live long enough to worry about it. Billy, I just need to know. I need to know the truth. Did you kill 23 people? I'm not going to judge you. I just want to know the truth.
It was around this time last year. Our unit was ordered to Africa to intervene in a civil war. Our mission was to raid a hideout of some guerrilla forces located deep inside the jungle. But the hideout was far away from our entry point. Some died from the heat. Others were killed by the enemy. In the end, only 4 of us survived. Only, there was no guerrilla hideout.
What do you mean?
The idiots in charge had us operating based on wrong information. But we couldn't just go back home empty-handed, oh no. Our leader ordered us to attack an innocent village.
Get rid of them! Kill them all!
Please, sir! Ceasefire immediately!
Shut up! Do it!
So did you execute those innocent people?
Forget about it. Doesn't matter anymore. That was then, this is now. Besides, you said you wouldn't judge me.
I'm not judging you, but it does matter. Look, now my people think you killed those MPs in the van, but I don't think you did. It was those zombie dogs, right? When they attacked the van, you were able to escape. Isn't that right?
You don't get it. I've only got 2 choices left. Either report to the Marines and serve out my sentence, or keep on running for as long as I can. That's all.
So we're going to give the flame rounds back to Billy. Actually, I don't really think we need to give the flame rounds back. But we're going to make another save over here. Just to get around the 10 minutes or so of cutscenes. Gonna switch back to Billy, and actually, yeah, we do need to give Billy the flame rounds here because we're about to use the rest of our grenades to kill the rest of these spiders. Gonna move straight forward and run behind this spider. Rather, the spider that drops down. We leave this other spider on the wall for now, so that we can go ahead, get rid of them. They don't hit Rebecca. And we're gonna sacrifice one flame round so that we can get the custom handgun parts.
Come on.
Roger.
Rather, the key to the custom handgun parts. You just gotta stand right in between them, and the flame round will hit them both, kill them in one shot. I don't even know why I sent Billy up the stairs here. My inventory management in this no damage run was generally really bad. The code for the duraluminum case is 385. The code is just scratched somewhere on the case. We need to have 2 inventory slots free with Billy, but we'll have Billy use the grenade launcher and the shotgun.
Roger.
We just need to press left twice. Need the acid rounds over here. So for the hunters, we'll start with the acid rounds. 1 acid round each, and like 1 or 2 shotgun shells. Just run to exactly the opposite side. For some reason, hunters just take like delayed hit stun here. And you can only kill hunters on specific frames. It's pretty ridiculous. Hunters as enemies were not very well coded.
Unlocking door.
This way.
Yeah, RE0 hunters just have weird hit stun in weird places, and you can also like deplete their HP to 0, but they won't die unless you shoot them while they're in certain animations. So they're a little bit broken. Not totally unmanageable, specifically because of the number of hunters that there are. There's usually only like 2 hunters in a room.
Let's split up.
Roger.
But they're still among the worst enemies in the game. Them and Eliminators both. How is a normal player going to figure that out about hunters? They're not. They're just going to keep pumping ammo into it until it dies. And I'm pretty sure that's all the developers expected in this game. Gotta make sure we have one inventory slot free to pick up the Unity tablet.
This way.
Roger.
Gonna drop the grenade launcher here to free up more inventory slots.
I'll check it out.
Roger.
Wasn't completely 100% sure what I was doing with my inventory inventory management overall. But after rescuing Rebecca, the training facility repopulates with enemies yet again. This time there's plague crawlers on the 3rd floor of the breeding pool. But of course they can't come down the stairs, and there's an invisible wall blocking them. So all we gotta do is just stand at the top of the stairs, really. I'd say right where I placed the submachine gun is about where the invisible wall is. Yep, as you can see. I decided to wait for a little bit to do the plague crawlers because I wanted to see how many Molotov cocktails I'd have left over. This is the last place we use Molotov cocktails. I have Rebecca once again equipped with Molotov cocktails. We're gonna run around the corner, and we have to kill the leech man before he is able to get off one attack. And if you start spamming Molotov cocktails before the leech man fully aggroes, before he fully transforms and aggroes, then you can get away with completely eliminating him. The second leech man, we're just going to have Rebecca sit at the door while Billy grabs the vice handle, and we're just going to have Rebecca teleport him out. Gonna play some piano next. Because Rebecca still can't play piano yet. The game takes place 24 hours before Resident Evil 1, but Rebecca has to get in some serious practice. We gotta pick up every single box of Magnum rounds. When we get the Magnum rounds will kill hunters in one shot. Nothing will ever kill Leechmen in one shot. Leechmen are the single most broken enemy in the game. There's about maybe 12 or 13 of them throughout the course of the game. Leechmen. But in order to be able to get around them, you either have to know a strategy to dodge them, or you have to kill them before they fully transform, and there's very few weapons that can actually do that. There's only 2 leechmen we actually have to kill anyway, though. The rest of them are actually really, really easy to dodge. So grab the shotgun shells here, use the vice handle here. Rebecca has the battery, so I'm gonna give the battery to Billy and have him go down the stairs. But not before we, Am I gonna take these guys out now or later? I recorded this over the span of like 2 days, so I don't really have the particular run or exactly what I did, just like burned into my memory or anything. I'll just let Billy wipe these guys out, but I'll use the rest of the Molotov cocktails once they're all grouped together. There's 4 plague crawlers here. And there we go. Before we head back downstairs, the reason why we kill the plague crawlers is specifically so that we can drop things in the observatory room. In the original GameCube release, this would be roughly where the game goes to disc 2, where you'd be forced to switch discs. Don't ever play the GameCube release, not unless you're a masochist. The GameCube version is basically the same as the HD Remaster, except it's locked to 30 FPS, so certain things are less broken.
Split up.
Roger.
120 FPS, like you can see in the top left, that's my frame counter. I play on the PC version. Sometimes playing at 120 FPS breaks certain things, like the final boss, her projectiles all travel at such an insanely fast rate that they're impossible to dodge. So it kind of makes it impossible for Rebecca as an AI player character to dodge them, because there is a point where you can no longer control Rebecca and she goes around like turning valves and stuff. But the reason why I say don't play the GameCube version is because the controls are already really clunky, and Resident Evil 0 pretty much needs alternate controls. I never thought I'd say that about any Resident Evil game, like any classic Resident Evil game, that it just absolutely needs alternate controls, but it actually kind of does, because it breaks the game in pretty much exactly the right way to be able to make it playable. Just having Billy push this box here because Billy pushes things faster.
This way.
Roger.
But we got to make sure that we have all the items that we're going to carry into the next section of the game, because once we place the tablets, this is sort of a point of no return, because the entire observatory will descend one whole floor, and if we try to go back, then we'll have to dodge through eliminators and more zombies probably in order to be able to get the stuff that we left in the main hall. As you can see, silly video game thinks it's fucking missed. So for Billy, we have to have the submachine gun and the grenade launcher equipped with flame rounds. We have 5 flame rounds left over. It takes exactly 5 flame rounds to kill the giant bat. But we have the submachine gun for specifically whenever the bat flies away, so that we can continue doing damage to the bat, but also be able to mop up the little bats. The fight against the giant bat generally takes about 10 to 15 seconds max. I leave Billy at the door there so that I can just send Rebecca over to the elevator and drop off the acid rounds, then teleport her back so that she can ammo camel.
Let's regroup.
Some more things across the bridge. And by more things, I mean just her handgun bullets. Because she's just going to be sitting outside anyway. When I decide to do a kill-all run, I think I'm going to predominantly play as Rebecca throughout most of the combat sections, just to show off like the alternate versions of the cutscenes and stuff. That's one thing that I thought was pretty neat about Resident Evil Zero's event design, as far as like replayability. I'm gonna drop the hook shot in here. Actually, I should have dropped the hook shot outside so I can just go ahead and grab the ammo. But as soon as we step back out through the door, we're gonna have to fight the giant bat. I generally open the fight with the submachine gun, and then just swap over to the grenade launcher when it looks like he's about to fly in. But that all depends on like what phase he starts in. There's like maybe 3 or 4 different permutations to the fight. But you pretty much need the submachine gun in order to kill the little bats, which are going to be the things that deal the which are going to be the things that are most likely to hit you. This fight would have been fine if it wasn't for the little bats. This would have been a sufficiently challenging boss. Sorry, just for such an abjectly terrible boss, I had to give it an equally abjectly terrible noise. Just, you know, Zubat from Pokemon, just kind of bass boost it, make the audio overpeak a little, and yeah. I got really lucky on that fight. I was able to just kill it with 5 shots. If he flew away before the stun loop could be completed, then I would have just continued to shoot him with flame rounds. Or sorry, with the submachine gun.
This way.
But yeah, as far as video game audio that inspires that level of anxiety, shoutouts to Zubat. You guys know what I'm talking about. So I gotta rearrange our inventory again. Give Rebecca the submachine gun. Also the shotgun and the hook shot. We only need like, what, 6 shotgun shells there. So, flicking that switch spawns a leech man. We're gonna go into that other room to drop off the hook shot. Dropping off the hook shot will free up 2 inventory slots. The reason we have the submachine gun is for some bats. We gotta stay pretty far away from these zombies. In general, with decapitating zombies, you should try to stand as far away from them as you can. Because if you do not, then sometimes whenever you try to decapitate them, they have armor. Like, they will literally just tank the headshot and then proceed to grab you and bite you. The shotgun has roughly a 50% chance of decapitating for no good reason. I'm gonna run back in here, grab the stripping agent. Also, flute playing intensifies. Gotta make sure we use the stripping agent. We're gonna switch over to Billy. Billy should have the grenade launcher with the acid rounds, which is going to be exactly enough to kill the leech man before it can transform. Well, maybe not before it can transform, but deplete its HP to 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh man, That should have actually connected. I have no idea why it didn't. But anyways, one more shot because its HP was already at 0 would destroy the torso. And when its legs start to like bulge up like that when the torso has been destroyed, that's its suicide attack. So it'll blow itself up. And we can just drop the grenade launcher in the hallway here. Go back in and grab the leech charm. Blue leech charm. Grab the regulator coil.
Judging from the age, that guy could be Marcus's son or grandson.
Just gonna unload on this zombie the second we come into the room. Grab the green leech charm so we can send it back up to Rebecca. There's another box of handgun bullets in the drawer over here. There is nary a box of ammo that I have skipped in the course of doing this run. I'm pretty sure I picked up every single box of ammo that I could. If you finished this game before, some of you might remember that there is a zombie that comes to life in the save room with Billy. That zombie and several others, including the zombie that I just ran by just now, like the body on the floor just now, do not spawn as long as you don't stomp on the head of the zombie in the room where you use this item that we're picking up now, the gas canister. Just gotta be nice and careful, because sometimes the game just likes to shift you in places that you don't like to go, so, you know, just kind of twinge the analog stick a little bit, stay out of the way. But yeah, that zombie on the right is active, so just, like, don't stomp on his head, don't get grabbed by him. We'll also get the red chemical, because we need more red chemical later, and this is the easiest place to pick it up. Otherwise, we'd have to backtrack a lot and risk getting hit. So, very, very important. Get the red chemical here. After you've used the stripping agent, get more red chemical. Another zombie getting up here. Quick shotgun decap. Avoid the floor zombie so that the other zombies don't spawn. Next, we're going to equip the submachine gun and use about 5% of our ammo in order to kill these hunters in this room in here. The machine gun just anti-airs the fuck out of the hunters pretty fast and also has a pretty high degree of hit stun against them. I think that putting the submachine gun in the main game without making a New Game Plus item would have been just fine in balancing out parts of the game. As long as the player doesn't get any extra ammo for it. After we send the dial downstairs for Billy, we're gonna go back in here, grab the hook shot, then we're going to go to the edge here and we're going to switch back to Billy. I don't even know why I went back out here. Totally forgot to pick up the dial. Oops. No more dumb waiters for the rest of the game. The code here is 4863. If you read one of the files, you can find the cipher for the solution to this puzzle. We gotta leave the grenade launcher there for now.
Maybe I could use this.
Rebecca here, over.
Billy, I found something here that might make you happy. It's an aerial cable car.
Really? That's great. Now we can get out.
Yep, let's regroup as soon as possible. Over.
Roger.
Pulling this lever to activate that platform so that Rebecca can rejoin Billy. Then we'll grab the output regulator coil, but not before we do a little bit more inventory rearrangement, giving Billy the shotgun. Rebecca needs to have the submachine gun, the hook shot, and the regulator coils. Then we're going to use the hook shot to get up here one last time. We're about to be done with the hook shot for the rest of the game, by the way. Going to use both the input and output regulator coils, and then we're going to drop the submachine gun up here for the express purpose of inventory rearrangement and being able to pick it up later after Rebecca separates from Billy. Because we're about to not play as Billy for a pretty significant amount of the game. About like an hour or two of like regular game time. Gonna have Rebecca go back outside to grab the grenade launcher really quick and give it to Billy, and also give Billy the last 2 boxes of shotgun shells here, so that Billy can give Rebecca the handgun and handgun ammo for the proto-tyrant fight. Actually, Billy was supposed to keep those Magnum rounds. To dodge that leechman, we're going to hold up and right as the cutscene is finishing. Then we're going to wait a second while we're under the hole so that the leechman will get as close to the hole as possible. By the way, I'm about to do a pretty huge dumb here. Don't copy what I did. Once you get the output regulator coil, drop the hook shot, then use the output regulator coil, but if you're doing this with a submachine gun, make sure you pick the submachine gun back up. Otherwise, you're going to have to come back through here to get it. Fortunately, I had already lured the leechman pretty far away so that I could make a return trip at all, but I had forgotten to grab the submachine gun. There's a Magnum on the corpse here. Then we're going to use the cable car, and that will send us to the dead factory, or the train yard from Resident Evil 2. Because there is a door here that just magically wasn't here in Resident Evil 2, and now it is. That cable car goes over here. Apparently multiple cable cars go to this train yard for the express purpose of being able to go to the lab from Resident Evil 2. William Birkin's lab. But some of you might remember this from B scenarios in Resident Evil 2, this area. Only instead of being greeted by Mr. X, we're about to be greeted by hunters. I use a speedrun strat here, a pretty consistent one. But you can use 2 magnum shots here if you want. What I do is I go to that corner over there, and that prompts the hunter to jump. And when he jumps, I just, like, very quickly flick left on the control stick and run past him. Take the handgun ammo here. Don't leave any items here, because if you do, then it will be extra tough to get them back. This is the laboratory from Resident Evil 2, but this takes place 24 hours before Resident Evil 1, so it is not during Resident Evil 2. You can also not investigate the lab. The game just blocks you off.
Resident Evil 0.
Making a save here because there's about to be a boss fight. But I also needed to go back and pick up the submachine gun because, like I said, I did it dumb, and this would be the last time that I could pick the submachine gun back up with minimal risk. Once we exit the doors here, we're going to hold up and left, and then just start mashing furiously on the ladder to get back up there. So that the leech man doesn't head us off. The leech man is just really fast and really tanky. Also, no, I don't want the hook shot. I don't want that shit ever again. Get it the fuck away from me. Interestingly enough, the leech man goes right back to where it originally spawned. It shouldn't have. But as long as you take wide angles around it, like as long as there's enough space, dodging leechmen isn't terrible because they can only really like attack in front of them. So you have to have like a pretty big amount of space to be able to circle around them and be able to dodge like the extra long arm swings. It's also the second to last time that we actually do have to dodge a leech man. Dropping an item here in order to grab the key on the floor.
Don't shoot! You're alive.
Are you okay, Rebecca?
Where is everybody?
They should have arrived here before me. Haven't you seen them? That's unfortunate. If we go straight from here, we should arrive at an old mansion which Umbrella uses for research. Come on, let's go.
Wait! I've got to find Billy.
Billy Coen? You mean you found that criminal?
Yes, but we got separated and...
No point worrying about him. He won't make it. Come on, let's go.
Sir, please. I need to find him. Don't worry, I'll catch up with you.
Rebecca... All right. Just be careful.
I never saw him again.
So we're going to equip the handgun and use the key over here. Now we gotta fight this guy. The proto-tyrant.
What is that?
Which is literally like 10 feet tall. It's like twice as tall as Rebecca. The tyrant could sit on Rebecca's head and have her head up his ass. But I think the tyrant is too busy swinging that claw to be swinging that way. Anyway, so for the first cycle, we're just gonna focus on dodging him first. Whenever he's fully recovered, we're going to not attack. We gotta only attack here while he's like getting up. And then we're going to position ourselves, kind of go to the left a little bit. Rather, I should say, move clockwise in such a way to prompt him to attack as early as possible in order to get our spacing down. So, you know, right about there. He's going to swing again, we're just going to run behind him, and then once he gets back up, we're going to move towards the left side of the screen over here again. Or not, I mean, that's cool too. So about 5-6 shots each. Just got to manually go and reload the handgun every so often. Try not to attack while he's moving. Can just stand right here. That's still enough room to dodge him. Proto-Kardashian. He does have a pretty big butt, not gonna lie. Shout outs to Twitch chat. So once we're on the elevator, we're going to go to level 2 in order to pick up some more ammo. There's a box of Magnum rounds and a box of handgun bullets. First, we'll start by grabbing the Magnum bullets here, and once we try to go for these handgun bullets here, then the hunter on the left side of the screen will aggro. So we always want to grab the Magnum bullets first. Then we're going to go to level 4.
Playtime is over. You and your friends no longer amuse me. Good riddance. Now nothing will stop me from getting my revenge.
Shoutouts to insta-kill frogs. So for this puzzle here, we're just going to hit the buttons like so. Hug the corner around here. In doing so, that's how we dodge the leech man. That's the last enemy we actually have to fight before we can reunite with Billy.
Rebecca, where am I?
You're safe now. Are you okay? Hmm? What could have done this?
They must have been used as test subjects in Marcus's research. He must have kept messing around with the mother virus.
Billy?
They sure did dump a lot of dead bodies there, all right.
Let's split up.
Okay.
Just gonna move down the stairs here, or down the ladder here. Then we're gonna have Billy do a lot of pushing. Actually, we're just gonna have him push the metal box, then climb on top of it, then have Rebecca rotate the floodgate to the right. Push that down once. Then push that about 3, 4, 5 times. Yeah, like 8 times. I don't know if it's like 7 or 8 times. Should probably double check that. Then for this, we're going to push towards the right a little bit just so it barely clears. Then we're going to push this down so that it aligns with the 4th rail on that floodgate. We're going to push to the right again, and then we are going to slam it home. If there's any trouble, then you can switch to Rebecca and have her squeeze in because she's skinnier. You can turn the floodgate, just whatever, just get that last box. And make a bridge. Pretty terrible puzzle. The most boring puzzle in the entire game. Just for that valve handle, just so we can open a door. We need Billy to use said valve handle. Because Billy's the strong one. We'll have Billy equip the shotgun as well. And have Rebecca equip the handgun. We are never going to go through that hallway ever again. Next, we're going to have Rebecca equip the Magnum and shoot these two hunters going out the next door. We'll have Billy keep the shotgun equipped so that he can inflict hit stun. Just enough for Rebecca to be able to shoot both of them. We'll have Rebecca grab these handgun bullets and have Billy grab the flame rounds. Then we're going to make another save over here. The second to last save. I actually had to redo this whole segment because I forgot the submachine gun.
Resident Evil 0.
And so I did. Now we're back on track. So the next thing we have to do is fight the proto-tyrant for the second and final time. We can leave Rebecca just outside the elevator with the custom handgun. And in doing so, Rebecca will kill the zombies at the top of the elevator because there's an invisible wall there, so they can't reach her anyway. For this fight over here, there's a very specific strategy. We're basically going to catch him in a stun loop. Just run straight down, and then he's gonna turn, stop, and then you can see his shoulder, his right shoulder there, kind of droop. Whenever that happens, then he has returned to an animation cycle where we can inflict hit stun on him again repeatedly. Just gotta count your shots, 7 at a time. We can just keep doing this over and over and over again. No idea who discovered the original version of the strat, but the shoulder drooping mnemonic was found by Matt DeRock. Shoutouts to him. You can see the droop, and it takes about 18 shotgun shells to take him down here. Once that's done, we can go right back up the elevator to grab Rebecca. She's still killing things. All done? All done. Give Billy the submachine gun. Then we're going to leave him by the door next to the tyrant.
I'll check it out.
Roger.
We're going to go solo as Rebecca for a little bit. Grab one more box of shotgun shells, then we're going to use the motherboard, send Rebecca across the gondola. By turning that valve, it drains the water so that, or rather it opens a floodgate so that Billy can cross the bridge right outside the door that we camped him out at. There's another plague crawler here. We'll just have Rebecca go ahead and waste it. There is a lot of bullets left over. Just gonna like kind of wait here. A lurker will pop out of the water here, but we just need to keep holding up on the D-pad and running and hitting the ladder. I'm gonna drop the submachine gun. Take the acid rounds and the shotgun shells from Rebecca.
Follow me.
Okay.
We gotta make sure that we trace before we grab the battery so that Billy will follow Rebecca up the stairs after this next cutscene. There's an invisible wall right here, actually. They can't follow us up the stairs. The frogs can grab you and swallow you in one hit, but there's generally no need to worry about them. Also, this is the reason why we needed the red chemical from earlier, so that we could make the sulfuric acid. I sure hope you listened when I told you to grab the red chemical when we did. Because otherwise we'd have to backtrack quite a ways away to get more red chemical. Pretty silly. Then we combine the fresh water with the sulfuric acid in order to get battery fluid. We're gonna switch over to Rebecca, like manually, because if we try to go into the menu and switch to Rebecca while putting the battery in, then there will be a glitch where Billy will just phase through the box and won't pick up the key card. But as it stands, we actually do need to take one item from Billy. Shotgun it is. The incinerator keycard, which is needed to get to the final boss. Also, just to give you an idea of how far back it is to another save point, I am going to save one more time before the final boss.
I'll go alone.
We actually no longer need the handgun. Or really the shotgun for that matter. Excuse me. Now that we've thrown away the card, we're just gonna grab the submachine gun. And give the submachine gun back to Rebecca so that we have enough inventory space to grab one more first aid spray.
Follow me. I'll go.
But of course, poor inventory management. Strikes once again. Gonna grab these Magnum rounds. Leave them in Rebecca's inventory. The lurker will not spring out of the water here. We're just gonna run. Actually, wait, no. This is the part where I discover that the elevator is, once again, back upstairs. Because I was a dum-dum and I didn't send Billy up as well to bring the elevator back down. So now we have to go all the way around. If you had the foresight to bring the elevator back down as Billy, then, you know, we wouldn't have this problem, but now we gotta run all the way around. Up these stairs. Back out the door. Through the area that we found Billy. Back up the stairs. Through the horrible box puzzle room. Back up these stairs. Oh, hey, look at that. There's 2 more zombies. We gotta go through the valve handle door, and there's more zombies, but they're not blocking the way here, fortunately. Then there's gonna be 2 more zombies. Once again, gotta stay as far away as possible, just in case they tank a shotgun shell, because 2 shotgun shells will kill them no matter what. Ah, but see, I also forgot that I left the ink ribbon in the room with the elevator, so now I have to go all the way back to the elevator to grab the ink ribbon. I didn't actually need to save before this fight, but I still wanted to anyway. But yeah, what a pain in the ass, huh? to save the game. So all we have to do is switch back to Rebecca, and as soon as Rebecca goes back through that door, then we'll be fighting the penultimate boss.
Welcome, young ones. So glad you have joined the party. You are the guests of honor. After all, it's your wake.
Who are you? Dr. Marcus?
No, you can't be. What's going on?
10 years ago, Spencer had me assassinated.
Time to die, Doctor.
I will take over your research.
Wesker, Birkin.
However, something wondrous happened. It took the T-virus inside of my queen years to procreate my new life.
I live. Now I will have my revenge on Umbrella, and the world will burn in an inferno of hate.
You'll pay for what you've done.
We'll see which one of us is gonna die.
So what we're going to do is we are going to send Billy and Rebecca all the way to the end over here. We're going to have Billy run around the corner, and then we're going to separate. And I'm just going to have Rebecca spray and pray over here. This is one such reason that I decided to do this run with a submachine gun, is to just make this go faster. This is not an inherently difficult fight, because I could really just replicate this same strat with the handgun, and it would be fine. But the Queen Leech always aggroes on Rebecca. So we're just gonna kinda go pretty slow so as to maintain the aggro. Billy should be moved off the screen. As long as Rebecca stands right over there and just kinda shoots through the fire. There's like a sort of diagonal angle that the Queen Leech can't hit you with over there. But yeah, it's not an issue of not being able to do it without the submachine gun. It's just boring, that's all. To do it with the handgun. But now the Queen Leech is in the second phase. It's a little bit more likely to rush you. But generally, if you want to be absolutely safe, then you want to wait until exactly here in order to fire. When she stumbles back, then she's dead. dropping the ink ribbon in order to grab this other key. The second key always goes in the right-hand panel, the silver key. Then we're going to do one more bout of inventory rearrangement for the final section of the game, but also what I'm going to do is I'm going to quit out to the menu and change my frame rate back to 30 FPS instead of 120 FPS, because unfortunately the only way to make this fight manageable is to switch it back to 30 FPS, because if I keep it at 120 FPS, then all the projectiles that the Queen Leech spits in like a circular fashion around the boss's hitbox are just going to like hit me instantaneously. But the next fight is pretty complicated. We gotta start with Billy with the submachine gun and Rebecca with the magnum. I made 3 saves over here because I didn't want to accidentally save over one of these other saves and have to redo the whole Queen Leech section over again, because I did that multiple times. While I was trying to record the final segment of the game, because I totally forgot that I wasn't looking at the load screen and I was looking at the post-game save screen while trying to practice this fight. But yeah, while the game is geared to be able to play at 120 FPS, the truth of the matter is certain attacks were not adjusted for 120 FPS, and the Leech's acid spray is one of them. So the game is a little broken at 120 FPS. You can see the top left, frame rate is restricted to 30 FPS now. And I was able to do this fight within 1 or 2 tries of actually adjusting it down to 30 FPS after trying for hours to do it at 120 FPS.
Resident Evil.
So stupid.
0.
Yes, I saved over the file like at least on 3 different occasions, so I had to redo the previous segment more than once when I completed this run last night. But it's more cinematic at 30 FPS.
What?
It's the Queen!
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. Repeat.
Who activated the self-destruct system?
Come on, can't this thing move any faster?
So once the fight starts, we're going to move Rebecca and Billy over to this side over here, using both the left and right analog sticks. We're going to have Billy equip the submachine gun, and then we're going to have Rebecca fire 8 magnum rounds. Billy won't automatically try shooting the Leech Queen yet. It's only when the Leech Queen gets in range. And then once she gets in range, you know, we'll start having Billy shoot the Leech Queen. When the Leech Queen backs up, we'll just have Rebecca reload the gun. And then it's like, what, 1, 2, 3 more after that. I just mostly use the submachine gun there so that I'd be able to use acid rounds.
Billy, can't handle sunlight. We need to open the windows.
Follow me. You work on the windows.
Got it.
I'll use my charm to distract Her Majesty.
The self-destruct system has been...
So drop the submachine gun, we no longer need it. Then we're going to take the Magnum and the Magnum rounds, reload, and equip the Magnum bullets. Then we're going to run right up to this box, and then we're going to fire 4, 5 times probably. But once we go over here, we can just go behind this valve over here. Then the Queen Leech is just going to come this way. Once it's aggroed, then the Queen Leech will seriously follow Billy over here and not actually attack, but will instead just like turn around the other way. At this point, Rebecca is completely on rails, so she's automatically going to move in a specific pattern. I had to get really lucky to not get hit here. This fight is pure RNG. Somehow the Queen Leech just like turned around twice. I'm guessing that her AI glitched out because 30 FPS. Once she gets over there, I'm just gonna pop her once. And she came back. And once Rebecca is done finishing the valve, then the Queen's aggro instantly goes back to Rebecca, so it didn't get us again. And then it's just gonna like do the shimmy thing like 2-3 times now. At this point, I have to get really lucky, and I have to have the grenade rounds equipped, because apparently, according to Matt DeRock, it does like a different like hit stun animation once you shoot it. Like I haven't really checked it or nothing, but what she usually does is she usually just does like a different attack, or just like does an attack before you can actually inflict hit stun on her again. But I guess the grenade rounds have like the highest chance to proc hit stun. So at this point, I got really lucky. I was able to dodge out of the way. Thank you, 30 FPS. So I didn't get clobbered by the projectiles. Just kind of trying to keep her in place, and Rebecca just barely manages to snake by. And at this point, once Rebecca's already turning the final valve, it's over. We can just run around, try to keep her in place, just try to keep her away from Rebecca. It takes about 7 seconds for it to finish, and that's Resident Evil 0 without taking a single hit. That fight is stupid lucky.
Billy!
Hey, Queenie! Feast on this!
Hey, that must be the old mansion that Enrico was talking about. I guess it's time to say goodbye. Officially, Lieutenant Billy Coen is dead.
Yeah, I'm just a zombie now. Thank you, Rebecca.
Thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also check out my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/carcinogenSDA. The commentary for this run was recorded live on Twitch. Say hi, Twitch chat. I do content creation full-time, so if you would wish to help me continue my endeavor, then the best way to do so is by subscribing on Twitch for $5 a month. I try to put out at least, I don't know, 2-3 YouTube videos a month, and I stream just about every day. I try to aim for about 40 hours of streaming a week. But my next projects are either going to be Super Mario Bros. 3, Resident Evil 5, Silent Hill. I also have a Xenogears playthrough in the works as well. At least at the time of this recording. No specific time frame for whenever I'll be done with those, but any of those will be posted on YouTube eventually. But be sure to check out all of my other videos in my playlists on YouTube. I have a lot of commentated no save, no damage runs for Remake, RE1, RE2, RE3, and Dino Crisis. I'm also working on a segmented no damage run for Dino Crisis. I have a no damage run for Code Veronica and RE7. But without any further ado, just leave you with the credits music, and I will see you guys next video. Thank you for watching. This is also exactly fast enough to unlock the rocket launcher. Just FYI. Thanks for watching.